All right. So after Emil's whole chapter, I guess they're going to continue. I mean, who's next? If I had to guess, it would be her, right? Her, as in like our childhood friend. If you saw me turning into the villain, would you leave me the same way? People skim over long poems. Category 5, Judith. All right. I think she's the most interesting, to be honest. She's the most interesting character out of this, friend group because I don't know, she's very yandere. A little bit. I don't know. I don't know how much yandere. How much of it is like just the game messing with you? Because sometimes there are like um scenes where I feel like it's not really representative of the actual characters. Um, but Judith seems like I don't know. She's nice outside, sweet on the outside, and a little like you know, let's just say sour on the inside. You know what? It doesn't even matter anymore. What's done is done. So do whatever you want. You monster. I'm a monster, apparently. Delete the message. I pressed 9. Cannot be deleted. Never works. Hmm. I mean, yeah, the game definitely breaks the fourth wall a few times here and there. I mean, obviously, more so near the end, I'm assuming. And, yeah. Miss Lawrence, keeps, like, talking to us, like, in a way where she's literally, like, aware of these weird loops. But anyway. So report card. After she got her acceptance letter, all Violet had to do to get into college was get her grades high enough to graduate. She missed a lot of stuff because of her seizures at the start of the semester, but at least now there was some hope. We spent so much of April helping her complete makeup work at Judah's house. All of us, even Ash and Andy. Nobody wanted Violet to be left behind, so we did everything we could to lift her up. A 1.5 GPA was enough to get her out of school, but GPA. I guess I actually don't remember because I feel like in Canada we have a different grading scale. So I don't know what does 1.5 mean. I don't know what that means. But we never expected her to do it as well. She did. She got everything done, even all the stupid busy work from her electives, and she did it all without forcing herself to stay up late and trigger another seizure. In the end, she finished better than any of us, even Emil and Judith. She could graduate. She was able to graduate. She was able to graduate. So why? Why what? I don't know. So okay, so I'm assuming after the events of the sirens and all that, assuming that is even real, because I don't know the implications of what happened last time. Like the question about the siren, like and the blank canvas. I don't know what that means exactly. Again, I'm assuming that means it wasn't real. Anyway, I'm very confused about that. But anyway, I'm assuming that was real. So after their summer adventures, um, Violet was able to go to college, right? Because she just did a lot of makeup stuff, right? And everyone was helping. I mean, everything was going fine, I guess. But suddenly, Violet left them. I'm assuming because she mentioned the whole like siren thing, right? About how like that negatively affected the town. And yeah, but then there's this, and why are they breaking up? That's what I'm confused about. So because Oliver is going to college, but she can go to college, but she chose not to. It's confusing. Anyway, well, I mean, everything looks different. I guess. Well, I can't really go anywhere else except to the safest place. I am the single flake of eggshell that's left behind in her nest, bloody yolk still hanging off the wilting edge of your fingers. Hmm. Yeah, that conjures up some morbid imagery, actually. All right, that was weird. Safest place? We're still having here. I am the flower that was never allowed to bloom. You like the way the ivory petals smell whenever they're ripped from the center. The safest place, please? There is wax in your ears. You never heard my voice, and so there's not much I can do to make you see its worth. But your false sense of masculinity will turn you into driftwood someday. A false sense of masculinity? Safest place, please? This bus keeps going on detours. You yearn for when we both were children, but then at least we were easy to please and built of indestructible fire. But the definition of play changes. Oh, yes. Safest place? Which ironically, I know why now it's called safest place, by the way. It's not like, I mean, it can all, I thought it meant like safest as in mentally, right? The safest place mentally, like a safe space. But actually it's literal, like physically. It's a safe space for Violet. I guess it could mean both, but you know, that's what it meant. As in, it's a place where Violet doesn't hurt herself if she has a seizure, right? By now, you will have learned how even reckless honesty can erase your past mistakes. But a little water cleans everything. Does it? Sometimes you need a scrub. It's getting really red. Soon, there'll be a silence inside you, as thick as the stench of bitumen and blood. I don't know what bitumen is, actually. You will not make it up to heaven. That's too bad. I guess I've sinned too much. Ew. Okay. The beach, huh? So this is where you've been taking everybody to wash away their grief. Well, we're not going to be here long then, I'm afraid. The only thing that eats at me these days is that I didn't go for you sooner. That's honestly it. Everything else I'm basically fine with. Maybe if you took me here a couple days ago, I would have given you some crap about how scared I was that you were leaving town. But now I feel silly for ever having worried about that in the first place. After all, if you actually wanted to leave, then you would have done so by now, obviously. Which means there's still something keeping you in Siren's call, isn't there? My oh my, I do wonder what that could be. But don't you worry, you're a patient boy, so I'm sure you'll end up getting what you want in time. Until then, just relax and trust the chemicals. You're still on vacation after all, so why not act like it? Trust the chemicals. Great. Alright, that was totally real and not a hallucination. Not like a drug-induced trip. Anyway, let's go to Julia's house. It's now or never. Last chance to move on, Judith. Last chance. There she is, waiting alone in her house like always. It's just us, right? Looks like it. Would you have it any other way? Are your parents ever coming home by any chance? There are no parents here, Oliver. Haven't you noticed? There's only us. And whatever remains of summer vacation. So please, use this opportunity to make yourself comfortable. I do as I'm told and sit next to Judith on the couch. Her glossy coffee table is, of course, completely decked out. Freshly picked flowers, platters of powdered cookies, a massive pitcher of sweet tea. A lavish display as always. You really do go all out, don't you? If you're going to do something, you may as well do it right. Wouldn't you agree? You know I didn't come here for you to butter me up, Judith. I came here to say goodbye. That's it. No matter what's been said before, you're still my best friend. And this old life of ours deserves a proper send-off. But make no mistake, that's all this is. One last chance to say goodbye. Nothing more. This is it. This is the only thing left for me to do before I can leave this shitty town. After that, I'm home free. I can do this. I won't be swayed by pleasantries. I'll make my peace here, no matter what. Is this the part where we're supposed to fight? Then after our throats are red and cracked from shouting, you rub my shoulders, kiss my cheek, and tell me everything will be okay? Is that what this is? No, it doesn't need to be like that. I don't need to fight you, Judith. We know each other well enough to avoid something like that. We can be amicable about this. It's just like you said. If we can do something right, then we might as well, you know? Judith closes her eyes for a moment and sighs. That meek little boy I met all those years ago in choir practice. You're nothing like him anymore, are you? You're nothing like the nerdy girl who used to ramble on about the chemical composition of rocket fuel. Rocket. No reference to, space rockets. People change, Judy. It's fine. It's fine, huh? All right. If that's the case, you're in luck. We feel the same about this then. Wait, really? Of course. Today will be your christening. Christening? Today will be your christening and nothing more. Christening. Is it christening? I don't want to say that word. Judith pours me a glass of sweet tea and places it gently in my hands. Afterwards, she cracks open a can of flavorless seltzer and raises it up. A toast to the future you want more than anything else. Maybe the memory of our friendship be adequate fuel for the journey, a pyre burning all the way up to the heaven itself. Judith chugs her beverage down with all the vigor and rage of a traitor queen on the day of her execution. I cannot help but imitate her and finish my glass in one powerful gulp. Wow, the whole thing? You drank that whole thing? Of course. It's emblematic of my future, right? Seems appropriate to check it down in one go. Okay, wow. Yep, I was not expecting that. Nope. I mean, it was a really, really big glass after all. Judith chews on her pointer finger for no discernible reason. Did you put something in that drink? You might want to lay down those pillows over there, Oliver. But first, you should definitely hand me that. She snatches the glass out of my hand and dashes over to the kitchen. Boy, you always just take whatever you're given, huh? Don't you know that'll get you in trouble someday? A few seconds later, she comes back with a massive cup of tap water. Quickly, drink all of this as fast as you can. Don't worry about spilling it, just drink. Her tone is disturbingly frantic. Judith? Stop looking at me and drink! Please. I gulp the water down as fast as I can. It's a little difficult for some reason, but I managed to finish all of it. I mean, we did drink like the whole thing right before. Okay, good. Lie down. Now. Okay. I do as I'm told, but my head lowers itself onto the pillow. Dizzy. Really dizzy. Judy, what's happening to me? I don't know how to say that word. Dimethyltryptamine. I'm assuming Judith herself says this perfectly, with perfect pronunciation, but I can't. But, dimethyltryptamine. Dimethyltryptamine. Anyway, mostly. Along with a few other things to make sure the dream is nice. What? Hard to think. Am I dying? No, you're not dying. I'm only doing my job and giving you some more time to think about what you want. After all, time travel might not be possible, but time dilation sure as hell is. Or sure as hell is. Okay. So try and make the most of what's about to happen, okay? Time? I don't want time. Leave, I want to leave. Interesting angle. You don't know what you want, Oliver. Going to college, having a girlfriend, you don't know why you want any of it, do you? So I'm simply giving you the time to figure it out. I wasn't expecting you to drink the whole damn glass, though. Oh well, at least the tea is more diluted now. So just relax and trust the chemicals. It's better that way. I'll be here the whole time, so don't worry. You know, as I drug you, that's fine, I'll give you a lap pillow. I can feel the solar rays from Judith's hands begin to brawl my skin. The way she strokes my hair, it burns. It's burning through my skull. Just go back to sleep, love pup. Don't call me that. Don't act like I want this. I didn't want this. I didn't want... You don't... That's not true. And even if it was, it's okay if you didn't want it. What you did for Violet, how you always tried to so desperately to lift her up. Even if it didn't always look like it, that was a kindness, was it not? And this will be no different. You'll feel so much better after you wake up, I promise. So just relax, Olive Oil. You know, Judith, this is illegal. You can't do this. So, relax and think about what you really want. Every parent character is an adult, but that didn't end up mattering much. I still have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, that's funny. I think that's a reference to when you open the game. Yeah, okay. The splash screen. In the introduction, though, it says, like, you know, it says the typical thing where every character is an adult, over 18, and like, this is all fiction and whatever. All, you know, any like references to real world things or is just a coincidence. Okay, Siren is called After Story. All right, it's the after story now. Huh? Okay. Double checking the journal. I haven't unlocked stuff. Well, obviously there's no save files we can load. The UI has changed entirely now. I guess the only thing I can do is simply continue. It's the after story. It's the after story of the after story, or the UI is completely different. All right. Finally, college. The next chapter of my adult life. Wow, we did it. We did it, guys. We skipped, you know, what happened in the other game. We just skipped to the ending. After all this time, it's finally started. Okay. Violet's here, apparently. Alright, that's the last of my stuff. We're both unpacked now, right? Save the game. I don't know if it matters. I don't think it matters, but I still have a box or two, but it's fine. Are you sure about that? You tend to put these kind of things off for a real long time. Like a really, really long time. Oh well, I guess I have to make sure you're properly motivated then. How about one humiliating painting of you for each day you're still unpacked? How's that sound? How humiliating are we talking? I still have nudes of you on my phone. No. And like any hero, I'm not afraid to use them as a tool for justice. So yeah, take the hint. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like as a guy, does it really matter if you get your nudes leaked? Anyway, it's just a joke. There's no way that'll be allowed in the dorm. It'll be fine. I can just replace your junk with an accordion or something. Yes, yes, they'll study your form for years to come, and you'll be known far and wide as Accordion Dick. And it will all be accordion to plan. Well. Violet reaches into her back pocket and pulls out a cell phone. Just got word from Judy. Turns out the cafeteria is open. Kinda strange and whippy though, considering classes haven't even started yet. Looks like we'll get to see what the food is like earlier than expected. What a treat. Violet grabs my hand and pulls me towards her. Let's go then. With any luck, we'll be able to get there before things get super crowded. Do you mind letting go of me? That's kind of rude to your girlfriend, supposedly. I thought we broke up, except we didn't. Anyway. Oh, right. Sorry. Guess I got excited. Violet's hand melts away from mine and hangs meekly at her side. Old habits and all that. I'll lead the way then. Okay. Okay, that implies they did break up, but they went to the same college? Kinda weird. Anyway. They're now holding hands, you know? So that implies they broke up, right? But I guess it depends on your choices. I don't know. At the base of a rather steep hill sits the cafeteria. And the entrance of that cafeteria. And so the dynamic duo has finally made their appearance. And he dashed it with his hat. You guys sure took your sweet time. Don't get on them for that, kiddo. You spent like 5 minutes picking out what hat you're gonna wear today, so you're hardly one to talk. They're not just hats, Andy. They're snapbacks. Snapbacks, get it right. Is calling it that supposed to make you feel manly or something? It covers your hair and shades your face. It's a hat. Plain and simple. Or plain as that. Please, you two. There's no need to be so pedantic. I seriously feel like I'm being ganged up on right now. What? No, not at all. If we had enough time to wait for them out here, then clearly your affinity for headwear was never much of an obstacle in the first place. Besides, I think the name is super cool. Sis is just a big fan of monosyllabic words. Rude. See? Still, I do wonder. What is the etymology of snapback anyway? The what now? Sorry, what I mean to say is, why are they called that? I mean, a snapback is just a flat bill that has snaps in the back instead of being a flex fit. What was that? I don't know what all that meant. Can we stop talking about fucking hats now? My friends, they all managed to make it here. They all went to college. With me. God, I miss this. I miss this so much. Good to see you guys. Let's go kill sirens. Make the entire world emotionless. No, and just like that, they're all pulled back together. Same goes for you, Cam. Agreed. Petty squabbling aside, the truth is that we're all thrilled to see you. Now the whole crew's back together, we'll be as unstoppable as ever. Absolutely. This place better watch out. By the end of freshman year, there won't be a soul on campus who doesn't know our names, and also souls. I mean... And that goes for all of us. No matter what happens here, we won't neglect each other anymore. Judith extends her hand outwards, a clear peace offering. Is that okay with you, Violet? There's a heavy tension in the air as we wait for Violet's response. Her face is set first, as smooth and unchanging as a slab of clean-cut marble. Eventually, though, her face sculpts itself into a wry smile. So, it takes the 6 of us to make this happen, then. Is that what you're getting at? Of course. We're not the Midnight Guard without you, Violet. I'm sorry for not acknowledging that sooner. Don't worry about it. It's not like it really matters at this point. Because we aren't the Midnight Guard anymore. Violet grabs Judith and pulls her into a tight embrace. Well, now that we're here, we can be what we've always been. There are no heroes here, Judy. There's just us. Just us friends. Just the people who love each other. We're adults now. None of us have time for resentment. It was always such a worthless emotion anyway. I could never turn it into anything decent. Having said her piece, Violet tries to pull away from Judith. But Judith pulls Violet back into her, burying the side of her face into her friend's shoulder. It's not forever then, right? I was certain that you were going to be gone forever. Thank you for this. Thank you for forgiving me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Judith's words are punctuated with harsh, ugly sobs. Boo-hoo-hoo. This is it. One last chance to heal this shadow-broken body of ours. Still, even as this tiny, vulnerable part of us begins to heal, the bigger heart of the world beats on. As the rest of the freshmen begin to tickle into the cafeteria, the four of us simply observe, giving Violet and Judith all the time they need. Interesting how everything is like the art, by the way, is much more clear, I guess. It used to be, at least, I guess, I don't know how to like describe this game anymore, but like I know how to like describe the different sections. But I guess, the previous section of the game, everything had like a weird filter on it, But now everything's like crystal clear. Almost generic even, but professional. Anyway. The cafeteria isn't nearly as crowded as I thought it would be. Because of this, it doesn't take long at all for me to load up a couple plates and find a table for the six of us to sit at. Find a table for the six of us to sit at. Well, a tongue twister. Anyway. Okay, this is already a huge upgrade from our old cafeteria, right? Indeed. Unlike a public school, this place seems perfectly designed with a busy student in mind. Right? I could definitely get used to this. Well, there's a very real chance it's only this nice for the opening ceremonies, though. But I seriously hope that isn't the case. The salad bar alone is incredible. You're such a herbivore, V. Makes you wonder what it would take to get you to eat some meat for once. I don't like meat. You know that, Judy. Yeah, that was mentioned before. She likes black bean burgers, or black bean veggie burgers. That doesn't mean you don't want to try it though, right? Judith picks up a chicken wing from a plate and moves it around like a handkerchief. Aren't you curious? It's yummy. The fried corpse of a chicken. Delicious. Yeah, no. Anyways, we're missing someone, right? Has anybody seen Ash? No way, you guys have chicken fried steak? Hell yeah. Is there a limit? Give me 7. That's a lot. Still getting his food, it seems. It only takes a few more seconds before Ashen makes impact with the table. Alright, it's official. This place is godly. I don't know, I guess this is like a good college, but the university I went didn't have like I didn't have like a specific cafeteria or anything. It didn't have like a school cafeteria. It just kind of had like a general, dining area. I guess it depends. I don't know. It's like a few places, but it's kind of like I had a dining area and it just had like a few like fast food chains, basically. So it's like a food court in like a mall. So that's all I had, which I didn't spend much time. I mean, I always usually just make my own food, which is not a lot actually. It's just a sandwich. But anyway, they legit have everything here. They even have country gravy. Country gravy is the best. Brown gravy is just a generic shitter gravy. Anyone who thinks it's better belongs to the garbage can. Who are you even talking to right now? What? You don't like gravy? It's basically meat juice, right? No thanks. Too fatty. You're freaking weird, Andy. And you're gonna die at the ripe age of 32 if you keep eating like that. Ashton shrugs and begins cutting through one of his many steaks. Oh, guess I'll die then. Andy glares at Ashton one last time before turning her attention towards the rest of the table. So what's the game plan after this? Jude and I were planning on going to the city at some point, but if you guys have something else in mind... Actually, considering the circumstances, there is something the 6 of us should probably discuss now that we're all fortunate enough to be here. Emil looks over to Violet and signals to her with a distinct nod. He's right. It's about how things are developing back home on the island. Oh, I've been wondering about that. Emil found another entrance to the underworld, right? One on the north side of the island. So what's the deal then? Are things still dead on that side too? Emil spins a thin cord of spaghetti around his fork and politely scarfs it down before responding. Not exactly. While the northern train station does have lockers similar to the ones back at our school, the ecosystem in that part of the underworld is slightly different. You don't say. Different how? Traces of siren activity for starters. Ah yes, we continue killing sirens. Saline-based residue leading into the station, massive slates behind the help desk. All clear signs showing that the employees there still have that part of their cognition intact. But that doesn't make any damn sense. We killed all the sirens, didn't we? You and I went on patrols for weeks and didn't see shit. Indeed. I thought the same as well. Which is why Emil and I went next day to scope out the employees. And get this, they were completely normal. What's more, the two of them were absolutely terrible at their jobs. It took the lady at the front desk like 20 minutes just to print out a ticket to Orlando. I even got yelled at for trying to buy something from an out-of-order vending machine. Like they actually yelled at me. It was beautiful, like standing in the rain after a year-long heat wave. Except the rain was just shitty customer service. Ash is right. Nothing about this makes any sense. No, it's so simple though, Andy. We were skeptical too, so Emil and I started to chat up the employees a little bit. You're never gonna guess what we found out. They had muses. They didn't live in Siren's Call. They 30th? Why is that 30th there? It's kind of weird. But they really hated their jobs, or oh no, it's a B. You know, I don't know. It looks like it's cut off. It looks like a 3. No, they both really hated their jobs, is what that dialogue choice is. Also, I'm gonna save again, even though I don't think it matters. I don't know actually. They had muses? I mean, maybe? Don't know how we would have found out something like that though. We discovered that 2 of them were residents of the mainland, actually. They didn't even live in Siren's Call. They just carpooled to work from Port Orange. But why does that matter? Because negativity spreads, Andy. Simply interacting with someone in a foul mood has the potential to make you feel quite awful yourself, does it not? Then, like an invasive species finding fertile ground, those feelings begin to take root. Normal people have that kind of negativity in them anyway. It only needs to be cultivated by an outside source. So, some bad customer service or unwarranted remarks might be exactly what Siren's Call needs in order to recover. Yes, we simply have incompetent employees visit Siren's Call, make everyone's day bad, and therefore everybody will turn to normal, right? Is that how it works? So, you were saying we just need to treat people like crap whenever we go back there? No, I doubt anything will really come out of that. Our silence turns to muses the moment we enter this underworld back in May. They're a different species entirely. Otherwise, the 6 of us would have started acting all lovely-dovey about everything too, right? Exactly. Interacting with the town's folk likely wouldn't accomplish anything. They will need to interact with people who deal with their negativity in a more traditional manner. So what are we supposed to do then? Nothing. What? We do nothing. Emil and I are pretty sure this is the kind of problem that will work itself out eventually. Florida thrives on tourism. It's not like Siren's Call won't be exposed to waves of human negativity anyway. We just gotta wait for a particularly big wave to hit and see if anything changes. I hate waiting. Aren't you two just spitballing here? Isn't there anything we can do right now? She has a point. This is nothing more than a theory, an incredibly optimistic one at that. You really think their sirens will just grow back, you know? Kind of like like a growth. It just grows back. It's possible, no? There are already at least 2 sirens in town, so we know the underworld itself was not irreversibly polluted by our actions. And like any ecosystem, there's a very real chance it can repair itself in time after being exposed to the proper elements. We simply have to make sure we don't make the same mistakes again. This is our chance to redeem ourselves by doing nothing. Conveniently. We simply do nothing, and therefore all our sins will be erased and we would have nothing to feel guilty about. Hooray! Right. Even if all we have to do is wait, at least now there's some hope that the townsfolk will be normal again. I guess that'll make going home for the winter break a bit more interesting at least. Merry Christmas, everyone's cranky again. I can't think of a better gift to give back to the people than their humanity. It was never ours to take anyway. Man, if Christmas doesn't do it, nothing will. Feels weird to be wishing for the holiday sadness hit that hard though. I now realize every environment needs its predators, even cognitive and emotional ones. The real problems only come when there are too many rabbits in the field or wolves in the thicket. We disrupted that balance once. Emil raises his glass, but never again. One by one, my friends raise their glasses. You said, bro, never again. I really hate waiting, but you're right. Never again. Never again. We'll make it up to them. All of them. Never, ever again, damn it. Never again, I say, as the, generic silent protagonist. By the way, we're back to having no personality again. I mean, obviously, if you remember, the starting of this entire section was when Judith drugged our drink and we went into like a dream. So this feels like a dream. So I'm assuming none of this is real. But like Judith herself drugging us, was that even real? I don't know what's real anymore. What's reality? Anyway, after this new pact of ours has been forged, the rest of lunch is filled with nothing more than pleasantries and good food. As the dregs of our little feast slide from plate to trash can, we all agree to play the rest of the day by ear and return to our respective dorms. And yet, despite our agreement to disperse, we all stay clustered together after making our way out of the cafeteria. It's only until we're all halfway up the hill to my dormitory that the truth becomes painfully obvious. Oh my goodness. We're all living in the same building this year, aren't we? That's weird. Aren't there like 3 freshman dorms? How convenient. How convenient, bro. Living in the same building. So that we're like within like walking distance to each other. I'm not even walking distance. Like, I don't know. Like crawling distance. I don't know what we got. Anyway. So it's easy for the player to go up to each of the doors and simply activate a social link event. No, Oh, upset you aren't going to be able to brood as easily anymore, Cupcake? Brood? I don't brood. It's just easier for me to paint when I'm alone is all. Why is she a cupcake? What, Judith plus what? It became a dating sim. This is a dating sim now? Interesting. Interesting. Huh. It's like plus one. So what? Oh, is it obvious? Judith hops up and aggressively slides the front of her t-shirt over Vi's head. Because she's always so overdressed? Holy shit, Judy. Violet wiggles her head around under Judith's clothes. Get off of me, you frickin' dairy cow. Okay. Judith frees Violet from her fluffy cocoon. Jeez, you're as jumpy as ever, aren't you? What the heck, Judy? I almost suffocated in here. And you really need to lay off on the vanilla extract, by the way. It's not natural. Oh, don't act like you didn't love it. Cupcake. Violet plus 1. Oh, that's just automatic. So, what floor is you guys staying on? We're on the 2nd floor. It's room 203, the one next to the common room. We're almost unpacked. Emphasis on mostly. Someone has been playing air hockey in that common room all morning, so our room is still not fit for company, unfortunately. Not fit, bro. All I gotta do is hang up those posters and we're done. I went hard unpacking last night. You gotta make it out like I'm some kind of slob. I didn't say you were a slob. But there are still some things we need to polish up on before we have visitors. It's not good enough yet. It's good enough for bad company. Oh, don't worry, boys. I'm sure that a lot of us would find it plenty hospitable, right, V? V? Huh? Oh, sorry. I guess I zoned out for a second. Well, what were we talking about again?
Don't listen to him. We're fine to have you guys come over anytime. Our door is always open.
Right. What about you two? Or I thought Andy was talking because she popped up. But anyway,
What about you two? Were you able to get a room together like you all were planning to?
I had to yell at the admissions office over the phone for a bit, but yeah, we got there. Someone's got to watch after this cream puff after all. Honestly, the whole call was super embarrassing. You never even gave that poor lady a chance to talk back. Poor lady? Really? That poor lady was a bureaucrat, sis. And we kill bureaucrats here. No, fuck bureaucrats. They don't exist to make this world turn even slower. If I acted like a pushover, you're probably stuck with some gangly toenail-eating creep right now. What's with Andy and toenails? Even so, you could have at least waited until we were outside of the restaurant to make that call. I'm pretty sure the waitress spat in my grits because of you. But that's just how grits look, Judy. Besides, she'll be fine. I left a tip, didn't I? No. No, you didn't. Oh shit, really? Whoops. Well, we're at the end of the left hallway on the first floor. Room 124, I think. Room 126. Oh, that's what I meant. You guys are good to swing by any time. Just make sure to let one of us know before coming in if that's okay. The group turns attention to me and Violet. Oh, we both got medical singles on the first floor. I'm in room 6, right past the elevator. And you, Captain?
I'm in room 7.
Okay. You know, everyone's paired off and everything. But obviously Violet is in her own room. Judah starts to giggle. Wow, you two sure are inseparable. It's honestly kind of adorable.
But I'm confused. You guys broke up, right? Even you're still friends and stuff. Isn't living so close together kind of weird?
Ash, for Christ's sake, have some tact.
What? I have a point. And you of all people tell me that is pretty damn rich, don't you think?
Think very careful about the way you speak to people, Gravy Boy.
Still, it does seem a bit more than mere happenstance. There are plenty of other medical singles in this dorm, I'm sure. So for the two of you to land right next to each other in a campus as large as this one, it's just a coincidence, don't worry about it.
Totally just a coincidence. Judah, +2. I believe that.
Really?
Of course, Emil. Think about it logically. They've been quite brazen about their affection in the past, yes? So, if they were still dating, they have no reason to keep something like that from us in the first place. College is all about freedom. Now would be a funny time for them to be so meek and prudish about their love. So my money is that this is a happy little coincidence and nothing more. As the controller of this dream, I force you to not think that this is illogical.
I suppose you might be right.
Besides, it's none of our business anyway. They're adults now. They can do whatever they want, however they want. Judah fires a discreet wink in my direction before turning toward the rest of the group. Wink. Anyway, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm beat. Andy and I are going to town tomorrow to buy some stuff for our room, though. So, if any of you would like to come, I'd be more than happy to take you along. Until then, I bid thee adieu. Judah waves goodbye and turns herself towards the stairs. I think we can go scope out the rest of the campus. Apparently, there's some awesome trails that lead all the way to the mountains if you follow them long enough. Later, guys.
Andy spins around, flings herself down a nearby hill. We should probably take our leave as well. Considering our current workload. There is no workload. They're posters, Emil, posters. Aesthetics are everything.
Emil and Ashley let their bickering carry them to the dorm, leaving Violet and I standing in the middle of the sidewalk. I need to wash my meds. I mean, pack my meds.
I need to pack my mitts. Bye. Okay. Violet practically sprints away from me. A few seconds later, I hear the sound of a door slamming shut on the other side of the building. And for the first time since we all arrived, I'm completely alone. Completely alone. I shoved what I was working on back under my bed and answered the door. Okay, we're not alone for long, I guess. It's Judith, looking as bubbly and energetic as ever. Lucky me, you're still here. I figure you might as well be, or you might be out exploring the campus or something, but I wanted to swing by here just in case. So, there's a stillness in her voice now, as if she's bracing herself for something painful. Do you mind if I come in? We don't have a choice. I have a feeling this whole sequence has a bit of a bias. Is everything okay? As long as you don't mind the mess. Is everything okay? I guess that's what I'm trying to find out. Judith floats over to the bottom half of my bed. Her delicate hands wrap themselves into a tight little bundle with the space above her thighs. Like always, I somehow end up next to her. So, do you hate me? You have plenty of reason to, I'm sure. What's this about? Right, I'm being vague, aren't I? I'm sorry, I won't waste your time then. The truth is, I know I've been overbearing. Not just with you, but with everyone in our group. I thought Violet's choices had ended up threatening everyone's happiness. So I ignored them. I ignored her. But she had the right idea all along. Everyone's just fine now. Nobody needed my protection. Nobody needed my guidance. Nobody needed me to lift them up. Things simply worked out. It didn't have anything to do with me. There's never any need for harsh words or swift action, and so I've decided to be more hands-off going forward. I just thought you should know that. What do you mean by hands-off? Do you mean cutting off everybody's hands? No? I mean allowing myself to accept things as they are. I used to think it was my responsibility to try and keep everybody safe and happy, but maybe that's not how it should be. Being sweet shouldn't be our job. Ideally, sweetness follows love. Real, genuine love. That's what I'm trying to focus on. Which means allowing the people I love to live how they need to. So, if I seem different lately, I want you to know that it's not because I'm plotting anything. Because I'm not by like an evil plan to kill everybody. I'm just trying out something new. As well as this knife that I've hidden behind my skirt. I want you to be able to do what you need to do, regardless if it involves me. I want that for you too, Judy. Thank you. I know it's not much, but you can at least rest easy knowing I won't interfere with your desires anymore. From now on, I'll try and respect what you and everybody else around me needs. Judy stands up and moves away from my bed. Anyways, that's all I really wanted to say. You've grown so much in a short amount of time. I hope I'm lucky enough to end up seeing the person you'll eventually become. She begins making her way out the door. I'll see you soon, alright? See you soon. Why is it always the weird sound? You know, whenever a dialogue box comes up. It's like a weird squishing sound. Is it just me? Are my earphones on right? I don't know. And with that, Judith leaves, taking with her the last of my anxiety. So this is it. She's finally giving me her blessing. If what she says is true, then surely there's nothing left for me to worry about. I drag what I was working on back out from under the bed and continue my labors. What are we working on? I don't know. I'm starting to feel restless. Who should I try to spend time with tonight? You have a choice? Ooh. We have a choice. We have a choice. I don't know. I mean, we just spent time with Judith. We just broke up with Violet, so like, sure. Let's hang out with the boys. It's time to hang out with the boys. I invite the boys over to my room to hang out for a bit. I got no idea what we're gonna do, though. Other than air hockey table in the common room upstairs, there's not much going on there's not much going on here in the dorm. But there's a lot of campus we haven't explored yet. I'm sure the four of us will be able to come up with something to do, right? Wait, four of us? Oliver, Ashton, Mia. Four? What do you mean four? That'll be them. Yo. Ashton cuts past me while Emil politely meanders around my room. Nice place you got here, Captain. Weird. You'd think a single room would be freaking tiny, but this looks about the same as ours. Wait, is it bigger? What the hell? That doesn't seem fair. No, the dimensions here are definitely smaller. If we were to measure the floors or look at the blueprints, I'm sure we'd discover as much. There's just not a lot of clutter in here, drawing our eyes every which way. Man, again with the clutter. Give me a break, Emil. I brought barely anything with me. I know. That wasn't a jab. It was merely an observation. Most rooms housing 2 or more people would seem messier by comparison, regardless of the effort we put in. There's only so much we can do with such a small space. It's perfectly normal. Okay, good. I'm trying though, so remember that. Of course. I'm not worried. We'll make it work. So where's Andy then? Oh, we ran into her back on the first floor. She said she was gonna run on over to the cafe across the bridge to get something before coming down here. So I guess we still got some time to plan shit before she comes back and tries to make us do squats or whatever. Okay. Or not. Okay, we'll hang out with the boys, but that includes Andy, I guess. I mean, she is a bit of a tomboy. Does that count? I don't know. No way. Whoa! I am loving this mountain air. It's starting to get a little nipply, though, not gonna lie. Nipply? Oh hey, you guys made it here already. Neat. We saw you 3 minutes ago, you freak. It is only 3 minutes. Huh, good to know. How did you even get back here so fast? I know it's a small campus, but that bridge that leads to the cafes is still a fair distance away from our dorm. Bridge? You guys don't just cross the street and sprint up the hill on the other side? Well, whatever. Bridges are for cowards. It's been decided. Andy lifts up her left arm, flaunting a small nylon bag tied just above her wrist. All that matters is that I got the drinks. I don't know what you're all planning on doing tonight, but no matter what it is, I figure it best. Yeah, stay hydrated. Yup, we know. Heard it a million times. To enjoy ourselves, actually, but sure. I know our captain loves his ginger beer. Andy reaches into her bag and flicks a wet brown bottle through the air. I shoot my arm forward and catch it. The crisp, familiar moisture hydrating the dry cracks of my hand wonderfully. Very, interesting way to describe that. Emil gets his disgusting jellyfish juice, of course. Or, that, why I say that? Anyway, Emil, he said that actually. Emil gets his disgusting jellyfish juice, of course. You mean alloy water, correct? That's what it says in the bottle. Still not convinced though. That stuff just doesn't look right to me. Andy shivers a little before tossing the lime green translucent bottle over to Emil. She looks to Ash and looks once more into her bag. You like peach soda, right? Huh? Yeah, I do. But I haven't had any in forever. The only place back on the island that ever had any shut down after I got out of middle school. The corner store on the east side of Flagler, right? I think I saw you buy it once a few years before Judy introduced us. You paid for the lady behind you too, right? You put back all the candy you had and carried her milk out of the car. That doesn't sound like me. Ash looks away from Andy and scratches the back of his head. Oh, really? Well, I was never sure it was you anyway, but I remember the soda that the kid bought for some reason. I only ever see you drink water though, so I wasn't sure. What can I say? Water's cheap. Thank you though. A small smile forms on Ashton's flushed face as Andy slowly hands him the beverage. Wow, I'm actually kind of pumped to have one of these again. Now he's gotta get the damn thing open and... Andy's eyes widen as the cap twists off and peach soda begins rising rapidly to the top of the bottle. Good. Shit, Ash, give me that. Andy dives for and sticks him over top of the geyser soda, Roy's buzz to shoot out. Okay, wasn't there like a meme about that? I think there's like some kind of, I don't know, TikTok or something where that happens. Kind of prank, like kind of like a staged prank where someone did that. What can I only assume to be a stupid amount of beverage shoots into Andy's mouth? I'm just wondering, is there a CG? That'd be funny if there's a CG of this. And also maybe... Anyway. Of course, she ran all the way over here. Or she ran all the way... Huh? I feel like I said that the wrong... You know, tone. Or not tone. Anyway. Of course, she ran all the way here. Oh well. Those are the consequences of drinking carbonated beverages, I suppose. Emil takes a hearty sip of his aloe juice. Oddly enough, Annie doesn't let go of the bottle. Instead, she throws her brown razor fist to the ceiling, pumping into the air several times. Now a drop of soda hits the floor in time, the combination dies down completely. Okay. Anyway. You think I give a fuck about consequences, nerd? I'm invincible, I'm a golden god. Suck it, fizzy bottles, you don't decide my fate. Andy looks up at his smirks, not out of any shallow yearning for validation, but for can only assume it's some sort of mental victory lap. The rest of us are, of course, speechless. Andy looks at Ash and begins to slowly move the bottle away from her lips. Do you still want any? Sure, thanks. Ashton placidly takes the drink from Andy's hand. Andy, chipper as ever, jumps up, pulls another piece of soda out of her bag and clicks it against Ashton's bottle. Great, cheers then. You bought one for yourself too. Wait, does that mean... And thoughtlessly twists off the cap to her drink and there's more... And becomes immediately drenched. What is this weird... I mean, honest, this is some weird fan service. Where she like... Anyway. Oh, never mind. Shame is an excellent teacher after all. Well, we don't get any CG for it, I guess. It's just, you just gotta imagine it, you know? Oh, crud. I'm gonna go wash off in the bathroom. Give me a bit. And Andy dejectedly shovels out of my room, drinking what's left of her soda like some sort of drifter. I somehow feel like most of that was my fault. It wasn't. Let's just hope she doesn't press any, She doesn't press any shiny red buttons on the way back here and everything should be fine. Okay, we're good now. Dear God, you're quick. Sorry about all that. It's whatever. You know, you guys are a lot easier to shop for than Judy. Getting drinks for her can be quite a pain. I mean, doesn't he only drink seltzer or whatever? Which, I guess I don't drink seltzer, me personally. But similar, I guess. I usually just drink, flavored sparkling water these days, you know? Basically like soda, except, you know, there's no sugar in it. So, like, I don't feel guilty about it. Anyway, yeah, does she only drink, seltzer though? Oh, my sweet summer child. Do you honestly think regular seltzer are fine enough for the queen of Siren's call? They're more spiked than a frickin' durian cap. Ever since their own mommy and daddy started letting her have wine over dinners, normal drinks just don't do it for her anymore. Well, a little alcohol every now and then is good for the heart, probably. I, for one, think that's kind of classy. I don't know about that one, bro. So anyway, what are we doing tonight? Because if we don't have anything planned yet, I was thinking maybe the four of us could go to the other side of the campus and check out the pool. You want us doing laps again? Laps. Breaststroke. Side stroke. Breaststroke. Side stroke. Damn it, Emil, snap out of it. You see what you do? You see what you've done to him? Emil, cool, I'm not talking about training. I mostly just want to splash around, have some fun, you know? Plus, I can still feel some of the sugar from that peach soda on my skin. Kinda want to fix that if I can. I suppose that could be enjoyable. I have been able to just swim in a pool for, goodness, I can't even remember when. Okay, but no laps, Andy. You gotta promise that right now. Fine, no laps. I swear my pride as a warrior. Alright, good. Well, that's good to hear. Nice, let's go ahead and get ourselves changed then. But before we do, there's something I need to ask you, Oliver. Oh, right, I almost forgot myself. Oliver, why is Emil here? What? What? I can't stay in the game? I didn't want to go to college. Doesn't that matter to you? Uh-oh. What? Why are you so obsessed with things going back to how they were? What about what we want? Why do our lives always need to involve you? Can't you survive on your own? We're fine living on our own, so why involve yourself? You resent us for acting independently of you. So what will we become together? We need to be together. You always believe that friendship's the only thing in life that matters? Aren't there some things you need to do on your own? Should it be alright if you can't see us again? Was our time together not done enough for you? Or was it never gonna be enough? What if we're wrong about who we really love? Can we really know how we feel without asking us? Can anybody really know how someone feels? We are one. Hide your many heads. We'll keep in touch after all this, won't we? Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, I tell everyone else to go and get ready for the pool without me. And don't worry about their weird sprites that I think are like beta sprites or something. And surprisingly, the knocking from under my bed stops as soon as they leave. Now then. Try again tomorrow? Check under the bed. What does try again tomorrow mean? Check under the bed. I don't know. Check under the bed. The floorboards underneath my bed are sealed nice and tight. Okay, we can open a hole in like under my bed apparently. Huh. That's interesting. Let's try that later. I feel like that's gonna like, you know, that's gonna like, you know, progress whatever's going on. But I'm curious if there's more to do here. It's fine. I have no problem being patient. After all, I've got all the time I need. You know, time dilation, you see. I've got all the time in the world.